And I do see we have Ruben Christopher Hines in the chat. Hail, brother. Hail to you too, man. Nice to see the 5cast. It's good to see you, brother. It is really good to see you, man. And I'm really happy that you have lost so much pounds, man. You look so fucking fantastic, man. The ladies have to be crawling up to you now, man. The women needs to simp for you soon, bro. If not, it'll be crazy if they didn't. Ruben Christopher Hines also said, we should all talk. I'm writing a business plan to become a producer and help the fellowship. Basically do what Chris Score suggests. We should talk soon. Hey, dude, I'm all in for it, man. You have me on Gilded and Discord, and if you still have Twitter, you still have me there too, man. We'd love to talk to you about it and all that kind of stuff, man. And you're still welcome to join our streams if you have time. You're always allowed to pop on. But no, Pris, do you want to buy the super gay vodka?
No, why should I? It sounds so weird. Super gay vodka. Ooh.
Maybe that will make
thank you.
Cookie.
No, thanks. My mind is too resistant to that nonsense. Even the super gay vodka won't turn me into those type of weirdos. Thank God for that.
Chris Ruben said, that's why I'm not online that much. Loving the ladies. Hey, that's how it works, man. That's how it is. Yes, we will do it. I will contact you all. Yes, do that, man. Do contact us. And I can also contact the whole company, everyone in the company, if you want them to join and try to help out with stuff. We will figure out something. And we will talk to you later, Ruben. It was real nice to see you, brother. Real nice to see you.
Later.
But yeah, if they ever make a fucking super gay flag, that would have been interesting if they ever did.
I mean, with how everything has been evolving at this point, it wouldn't shock me if people are becoming so desperate to separate themselves from the rest of the weirdos. The normal sexualities away from the crazy nonsense. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, I'm done with that community. I don't really freaking care what happens to it. I mean, I've become apathetic towards it. I might say something on Twitter at some point in the future, when commenting on tweets and whatever, some nonsense that people post on there, but that's just online. But hey,
I found a good cup for you though when I searched on this. I found a funny cup for you.
A cup?
A cup, yes.
Like a mug?
Yeah, like a coffee cup, coffee mug.
Uh-huh.
And it's called the Gay Agenda, and it says Monday, be gay. Thursday, be gay. Wednesday, be gay. Thursday, be gay. Friday, super gay. Saturday, super gay. Sunday, march for our rights. I think that's a good cup for you, man.
No. I like a regular cup mug that I can drink from without looking at it like it's something that's going to creep me out.
Yeah, no, dude, I completely agree with you,
man. I know, you're just joking, I know. But I was just imagining it. Oh, and how that's just a tacky thing. If people actually buy stuff like that, It's the same thing
Yep.
when I see people with a lot of rainbow colors here, and not just the flag, but I mean, come on, that looks just ridiculous.
Yeah,
But hey, people
exactly.
are allowed to do whatever they want to do, I guess.
Yes. But they will still, try to attack us and other stuff like that. So, you know.
People have become more resistant towards it. I mean, it has almost been 10 years, and with this nonsense been going on. So,
Yeah, it's just like every time they use the names and everything they call us, the nuance and all that fucking bullshit, it's like everything has lost their meaning. Like, what is racist really now? What is a bigot really now? Everything has lost their meanings.
yeah, especially when it comes to pop culture. I mean,
Yep,
just
exactly.
criticism is enough to be labeled as that. And since it's been going on such a lot of time, people have become, like I said, immune towards it in a way. They
Oh
don't really
yeah,
care. These words have lost its meanings. It's kind of like a
yeah,
vaccine, isn't it?
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, it's all losing its meanings, and it's just like, well, when suddenly we hear, oh, you're a bigot. It's like, okay, why shall I bother with it? Oh,
Yeah,
you're a
it's like,
racist. Okay, I
mm-hmm.
don't care anymore, man. Why do I don't bother?
It's like, okay, here we go again.
And
Let me
yeah,
just
it's basically just
let me
here.
pull up my hand and I count how
And
many
yeah,
words you're going to say. Okay, bigot, there's one, two, okay, homophobic, three, oh, racist, oh, four, misogynistic, oh, transphobic, oh, what else? Oh, ableist. I mean, this is so stupid.
yeah, exactly. And
You
there's
need to
another fuck.
count what these people are going to say. But continue.
Yeah, exactly. No, and we're also gonna talk a little bit about the Blade movie, because the script is still in trouble. They don't know what they're kind of doing with that movie. They have been getting different people on a project, trying to create something, and then we had a writer strike and all that, and also we have one of the writers. One of the writers also did a whole Watchmen TV series that was super fucking woke, and
Mm.
destroyed the Watchmen franchise, to say it at least. Um, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that with the new news about the script from Bonning into Comic.
And
Uh,
before we do that, hello, Hunty.
Hunty, hail to Hunty. I was called all those just today. Hey, welcome to the club. Welcome to the
Yeah.
club.
And see, it's really sad when those words become like regular words I use every day.
Yes,
I
it's just
mean,
like
come on.
a lot of these words used to mean something, but it doesn't anymore.
Mm.
But we are gonna get into this one from Botting into Comic of J.F. Trent. Shout out to Botting into Comics. You guys make a lot of great content. I don't agree with everything you guys do, but you are good. You are good people, and thank you for providing us with a lot of information. And you guys actually do a lot of research on a lot of stuff. Um, the article starts with troubled Blade script reportedly morphed into a narrative led by woman filled with life lessons. Other new writer hired. That does not sound good at all. And it looks like they might have found another writer again. I don't know if this is the new one, the new writer that they mentioned last time, or if it's a new one again. Um, but why, if this is true, why would you do a narrative led by a woman and fulfilled with life lessons? That is not what Blade is about. So, okay. And Hunty said, I just ignore them, let my dog bark. It was hilarious to see them get scared of a border collie. Ah, that is nice. Hunter said they're still having problem with this. Yes, they are. The Blade movie is basically the Flash movie. It has so much troubles. They just can't figure out what to do with this movie. So it is going to be interesting to see. Um, The Troubled Blade film, starring Mashallah Ali from Marvel Studios, reportedly morphed into a narrative led by a woman fulfilled with life lessons. And not only did one script turn into this, but Mashallah Ali reportedly was ready to leave the project entirely due to the script issues. And that is true. Also, back in the day, there was a lot of news that he might leave the movie and they might get a new actor and all that kind of stuff. But he's still on the project so far. It would be funny if he actually left, dude. I would not blame him if he actually left because the script just got changed all the time and all that fucking crap. I would not blame him for leaving. The recent report comes from Variety Tatiana Siegel, who claimed one person familiar with the script. Promoters say the story at one point morphed into a narrative led by women filled with life lessons. She added, was reelected to the fourth lead, a bizarre idea considering that the studio had two-time Oscar winner Ali on board. Later in her report, Siegel detailed that Ali was ready to exit over script issues, and that's understandable. They have not been treating Blade really well in the comics, or yeah, basically just the comics. We've not really seen Blade that much in anything. I know Blade is back in the Marvel comics. They don't treat him well. Um, so yeah, it is a whole mess with Blade. The Blade movie was intentionally announced by Kevin Feige back in 2019. It was. He brought Mashallah Ali on the Hall H stage at San Diego Comic Con. Feige said, I want to leave you today with one more thing that I don't think has been rumored about, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, just announcing Mashallah Ali as Blade. He's a great actor when he gets the right script. He's a good actor if he gets the right script. Um, Blade is also in a Marvel game, Midnight Suns. I know. I do have the game. I have played it. I'm not done with it. The game is it's whatever. It's not the best game. It's the gameplay for me is like it's fine. I'm not the biggest fan of the gameplay. The game does. Story, I really don't care about much about it. I played some of it and I stopped. Just became too boring for me. They should have left this alone, to be honest. They love kicking dead horses. They do. With a lot of other stuff that we have too, they love to kick the dead horses.
Well, not just kicking it; they're just kicking the rotting corpse of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it is.
Yep. And another thing that I'm really worried with this movie is that are they going to focus on a good story or are they going to focus that it's a black man? Are they going to introduce like he has a daughter or what are they going to do? That I have so many things I'm really afraid of, and I am afraid they are going to cater with this movie too because hey, it's a black led movie and all that kind of stuff. And we see how they treat we have seen the track record of, especially in Disney Marvel, how they treat every diverse part. Oh, we have Captain Marvel, female, female, female. We had Black Panther. It's like, oh, this is one of the greatest movies. It's a black guy. It's a black guy. Yeah, we know. We know that Black Panther is a black guy. We have always known since day one with the comics. We know. And if you didn't like Black Panther, well, you were a fucking racist. You didn't like black people if you didn't like the movie. Stupid. The only thing I liked with the fucking first movie was the fucking soundtrack. I liked the soundtrack. That's basically what I liked.
Mm.
Um, and then, we had Miss Marvel, hey, a Muslim girl, yada yada. They only, that's all you get to know about this stuff. You really never get to know what they're when it didn't basically never talk about the story itself. 90% of the fucking time they just talk about the identity, the sexuality, the color, yada yada. All the check boxes. That's all they care about again and again. Speaking with variety, Feige would explain why Ali was perfect for Blade. He is the perfect Blade because he's one of the greatest actors working today, and because he's a huge fan of our universe and a fan of that character. I just want, I just want a good movie with fucking Wesley Snipes as Blade again, an older Blade kicking ass, R-rated, and just having fun with a fun story. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And actually have the Daywalker kill really, bad, evil villains, and not misunderstood villains, but actually good villains. Um, he added, "It's a dream. It's kind of a dream casting that you almost don't dare to dream. That you can actually do it. Blah blah blah. We don't care of the stuff that he really said. We want to get to the point with this." Ali would later appear on the Tightrope, really special name, YouTube show, and he shared why he was attracted to Blade. I love that it's darker. Uh, that's all the terms of tone. He's a little bit darker than some of the other ones, and so that element was attractive to me. Ironically, Ali would also state on the podcast, all money ain't good money. So you can take money and opportunity today that will bleed you dry later on because you've been branded with something. Yeah, we don't care about that either. Can we get to the point with this?
Mm.
um, Rumors and reports would begin to surface about how troubled the production was and how unhappy Ali was with the script back in September 2022. Scooper Jeff Snyder shared on Twitter, I am told that the current Blade script is roughly 90 pages and features two lackluster action sequences. Yes, because they did talk about that with the movie. Um, they did talk about that with the movie, that it was just like basically 2 to 3 fight scenes ish. That it wasn't like many fight scenes at all, and that would just be weird when Prismatics. I know you know who Blade is, right? I don't know if you know if you have read any comics, but if you've seen some of the old movies with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, that's the white lesbian woman, right? I'm kidding. I know who Blade is. I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
don't.
just
I don't know that much about Blade, but I do remember seeing it. It's such a long time. The When did the
yeah.
first movie was released? That's a long time ago.
1980, 98, I think.
I remember seeing it on. I think it was one of
98.
my
It was 98. It came out.
98, 1998.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I
yeah.
remember watching it with some of my older cousins, and I was too young for that movie at that point.
Yeah,
But
but
it still, hmm?
you know the premises, that
Yeah.
it's a lot of fighting, that's kind of the point with Blade 2. He fights vampires, and he
Yep.
uses swords and guns, and
and
he
and
kills them.
and Blade is half vampire,
Yeah,
correct?
he's
Yeah,
half
if I
vampire. He's a
remember
daywalker
correctly.
because of that.
Yeah.
So he has everything. He can walk in light and everything. But
Mm.
he still has the issues. He needs blood and all that. But he uses a serum so he doesn't suck blood of humans and stuff like that. That's why
Mm.
he tries not to do that, and that's understandable. Um, but I understand. It's like you have, like you said here, it's like features exactly two lackluster action sequences in a Blade movie would not make sense at all. Because what is this movie going to be? Just a fucking drama with just talking and barely any fighting? This is Blade, for fuck's sake, we're talking about.
Isn't that
Eh,
what most these type of movies have become? Just drama, talking, coffee shop stuff, whatever.
mhm,
Just bullshit,
yeah, yeah,
basically.
exactly. No, a lot of them are getting to that point. Mashallah said to be very frustrated with the process. Feige said to be spread too thin, but hey, that's just what the sources are telling me. Don't shoot me, shoot the messenger. Um, It would be revealed on the same day that that Marvel was parting ways with director Tariq. A Marvel spokesman informed the Hollywood Reporter due to continued shift in our production schedule, Bassam is no longer moving forward as the director of Blade, but will remain as an executive producer on the film. We appreciate Bassam's talent and all the work he has done getting Blade to where it is. And when I also remember this, they were not far in the script either. They didn't spend a lot of. We talked about this a couple months ago, and the script was not even finished, and the strike happened. It was just so messy with that script. Barely months been working on that script. Barely been months when they worked on that script. Really unfortunate.
Hmm.
You have to spend a lot more time on a fucking script and actually try to do something good with it. But they write too fast, don't think about too much, and just like boom, we're gonna start filming and just write everything while we film. When you should normally use a little bit more time. Certain stuff can be fixed and rewritten when you do film. That's okay. Many does that, but when you have a script that's like basically just a month old and you're not basically not done with it, you should spend a little bit more time and get like, more of the ideas ready before filming.
Mm.
That's my view though. Um, Tarek shared his own statement. It's been an honor working with the wonderful folks at Marvel. We're able to put together a killer cast and crew, eager to see where the next director takes the film. Um, I'm really scared of where they're
There's a
gonna.
new hunter in town. She's
There's
raising
a
the
new.
stakes. Oh, the
That
pun.
is probably
Oh, that's a bad joke. She's raising the
yeah.
stakes.
So this is the cat. Yeah, okay. So this was Logan Fear cover to the canceled Blade Volume 5. Not read it. Not read it. Uh, uh,
Yeah, the logo
um.
is fine, but just that joke.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think, that is the daughter of Blade. That I'm afraid that they're gonna use. He later detailed, here's what we're being told by source one. The script was really bad, and to make it worse, it stole the main plot of Underworld.
Mm.
Uh if that rumor is true, that is not good. Don't steal the plot of Underworld, man. One of my favorite movie franchises. Um, the first source claims in the script that Blade has a daughter, but for whatever reason, she is not a vampire.
She isn't.
He, Blade is half vampire, so I'm trying to figure out this like how she still would have powers and still had some vampire stuff with her and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
she
She's
will still have his
yeah,
genes inside her, so she should be
yes.
affecting her. Maybe she wouldn't be as strong because it's more watered out in a way, but
Mm,
still, she
she
should
would still she
have
still
something.
would. And that would just be really weird. Okay. But we have heard of the rumors of the daughter, and that is what I really hope they don't go that route. Um, uh, but for whatever reason, she's not a vampire, yes. He claims they were going to explain it using the mother and the way she was born. He continued, in the script, she's working with her father, aka Blade, mostly as intelligence. In the course of the script, Blade's daughter gets bitten. This wakes up her vampire powers. Then by the end, she is forced to bite Blade. What the fuck? This sounds like a bad fan fiction. This sounds like a really bad fan fiction. If this is
Hmm.
true, take it with a grain of salt. Um,
And Pepper.
this and Pepper. This wakes up her vampire powers, and by the end, yes, makes her basically a god with unlimited power. Oh my fuck. So we can take it in a really simple quote: "A Mary Sue, a Mary Sue." That is what they are saying. That if this rumor is true, uh, she's basically just a Mary Sue. I don't like these strong women characters have purple hair It gives a bad look on my characters that aren't even human, since I like purple hair on them. Yeah, and I can see that, Hunty. All of these recent movies have been nothing but banned fad fictions with self inserts. Exactly. That is exactly true, Hunty. Um, and also with comics and games. Say, for fuck's sake, look at Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man game. One of the writers and creators with that game, that's basically the self-insert of her, because she really looks like the character of Mary Jane in that game. um,
Mm.
so easy take a Mary Sue, and wins and takes Blade's place. And this is Sparrow leaps into action on Ron Lim's variant cover of Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, that comes in 2000. Okay, so this is a new comic. I've not read it. I didn't even know this was a fucking comic. So this is Blade's daughter. She has a piercing under her lip. She has like a lightsaber. Are they kind of using a fucking lightsaber here?
It looks like it.
It looks like a fucking lightsaber. What the fuck? So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah,
I'm guessing it's the
mm,
it's supposed to look like the blade and it's a lighting effect. But still, yeah, I understand it looks like
yeah,
a
light,
lightsaber in a way.
yeah, to kill
Mm.
vampires with, but the way they made it look, and it looks like a typical lightsaber from Star Wars. So uh some explaining.
Maybe it's silver. I don't know.
Following this rumor, another one surfaced on 4chan in November that claimed the film would see Blade be born in the 1920s New Orleans, where his mother became the victim of the vampire Dr. Deacon Frost. From there is a time jump to the 1970s, where Blade rescues vampire hunters Rachel Van Helsing and Hannibal King after they attempt to take down a vampire gathering. Don't like that idea either, but it's like I want a Blade movie with Blade, and an actual good action movie with Blade that is R rated. But yeah, I feel when you have characters like, Blade, Punisher, Deadpool, they cannot be PG-13. They have to be R rated. Certain characters are made to be R rated, and some characters are not.
Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
It's like, if I go to see a movie of Punisher, I do not expect to like, hey, this is gonna be PG-13. It's just like that makes no fucking sense. This character is not made for kids either.
It doesn't
Um,
work with that franchise because this is very
mhm.
dark. It has a lot of adult themes, so it wouldn't work. This is not Sesame Street. Okay,
Yes,
that's a bit
and
to the opposite direction,
yeah,
but you know what I mean.
yeah, I know exactly
This
what you
is
mean.
not kid friendly. It's not even preteen friendly in a way. So it's no. This is adult,
Yes.
mature
Yeah, a lot of these stories
uh,
are. And that's why Blade
comic
worked so
characters.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and that's why Blade worked so back in the old times, because one, it was R-rated, unrated. You had blood, you had everything, It was not PG for the movie was not made for normal kids. And
Yeah.
that's why it worked. That's why Blade worked for a lot of people, even though I mean, Deadpool, that worked for a lot of people because of the R rating. I'm not the biggest fan of Deadpool the movies. The first one is decent. The second one, I don't like it. I have my issues with it. A lot of issues with it. The third one, uh, I'm really wary of what they're gonna do with that movie. But the movie is also delayed. Every movie is delayed. All because the writer's strike and other shit. For fuck's sake, they even delayed the Snow White movie.
Oh
Uh,
God.
they unfortunately they also delayed the Dune movie. Unfortunately, because I was excited to see the movie, but of course delaying. After rescuing the two hunters, Queenie Harker attempts to recruit Blade to obtain a weapon that the vampires want to secure. Blade intentionally refuses, but upon being informed that Frost has the weapon, he takes on the mission. Oh, Okay, look at that. Um, old comic of Blade. I can't see this being, PG. PG-13 stuff. The film also reportedly showed flashbacks of Eric Brooks becoming when he becomes Blade. Um, After being taken in the vampire hunter Jamal Afri and ends up training him. Back in the present, Blade discovers that the secret weapon is a really young girl named Alex, who is a daywalker. It's like this is take with a grain of salt and pepper. It's all rumors of the stories, but we know some of it, quote unquote, might be true. This script has had problems, and it's been rewritten so many fucking times. Um, I think they just like ruining this because they don't get any other attention. Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes, doesn't it? Movie Deadpool looked too skinny to me after seeing the life size statue, the game store. Yeah, no, I get you. I can get that. Um, again, we have a rumor, that the secret weapon is a young girl named Alex, who is apparently a daywalker. Um, Reminds me again, this is gonna be our Mary Sue, just with another character. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but we have so many young girls being the secret weapons or the strong, powerful, awesome character that's going to save
Yeah,
the world
and
and
look at
whatever.
the track record of
Why
Marvel.
can't we switch up the genders in this? Why can't we? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
this is so
and
annoying.
and and again, like I said, it is a reason why MCU is called MCU. There is a big
Yeah, I
reason for
know.
it.
I
Yeah.
know.
We it's mostly just women and diverse stuff, but again they make fucking trash stories, and I feel
Yeah.
bad, dude.
But it's not just
It's
the
not good representation.
MCU, but it's also like Star Wars. The Force is female. I mean, I
Hmm.
get it. Women should be included, absolutely, but it shouldn't,
But
you
we
know,
have so
be at the
many
expense
other.
of men as well. I mean, especially if you want to have like again an organic group of
Yeah,
diverse people,
but look
you can't
back in the
just
day.
push
I,
this
I'm
girl power boss
I'm
bitch
gonna
bullshit.
use I'm gonna use everything from Super Sentai and Power Rangers as a good example, and that's a diverse cast, and it was all
Hmm.
natural, organic. They didn't focus on this has to be a black guy, this has to be an Asian woman, this has to be this and that. They didn't focus on stuff like that. It was just naturally organic, diverse, like a lot of movies that came before. Underworld. We have also old movies with Brandon Lee and a lot of good action stars back in the day. And a lot of these movies had strong women, people of color, yada yada. We had all of this with good representation of a diverse casts. We had this back in the day. But
Yeah, because
again and again,
people weren't vocal about it, and that's the problem.
yeah,
They
I
didn't like
remember.
push it onto people.
Yeah, and I'm gonna read this. Hunty said, "I just asked my mother if she thinks Blade would be a good PG-13 movie, and she said, 'Oh fuck, no, that won't work.'" That is
I
true.
agree. Bless your mother, Hunty.
Yeah, your mother has good taste and good opinions.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that sense of logic.
mm-hmm. Mm,
Which shouldn't be something difficult when it comes to a movie, especially as Blade in these
yes,
times. But
exactly.
hey, the world is crazy, so
Yeah, and we know the only reason they want to make a Blade movie is because he's a black guy. That's the only reason they care, or they
I'm just
wouldn't.
I'm just wondering if they are going to go with the race part about it, where it's about, oh, this is a black guy, like
Yeah,
with
exactly what I said
Black
earlier. Yeah.
Panther, or they're going to go with, oh, he's a black guy, he's a black guy, oh no, white privilege is keeping him down, or something like stupid like that. It wouldn't
Exactly, and at
shock
the
me.
same
It wouldn't shock me
and
at all.
and at the same time too, we that's what they focus on, and also one of the other writers and creators of this movie is that woman who made Watchmen. I need to just mention that again. Is that that's what she cares about. She only cares
Mm.
about the diversity. That's the whole Watchmen's show, is that white people are bad, white people are racist, black people has a rough time, women has a rough time, yada yada yada. And that's why I'm really wary about this movie, that's what they're gonna fucking do with this movie. And we've seen a track record, again, the track record of their movies. They focus on this. So even TV shows, comics, you name it. Next one they will ruin to be Static Shock from DC. Oh, I'm waiting for it. Just wait, that will happen. That will happen. Uh, in another flashback, it's revealed that Frost kept Blade's mother alive, and he was forced to mercy kill her. Okay. After recruiting Alex from Frost, Blade takes her back to the Harker estate. There's He's double crossed because Harker believes Alex needs to be killed in order to prevent Frost from using her to make his vampire minions into daywalkers. Oh my god, it sounds so stupid. It sounds so stupid. A fight ensues with Blade being overpowered by Harkers and forces Nital. He's then informed that Alex is actually his daughter. God. That he had with Saffron Clotter, a singer at the club that Afari performed at. Okay. Okay, you. Oh, yep, sure. Blade is rescued by Van Helsing and King. The trio then rescue Alex before Harker kills her. During the ensuing fight, Blade kills Nital, King, who revealed to be a vampire under Frost's control, brings Frost and his vampires to their location. Frost taunts Blade about killing all of his women, revealing he killed Saffron. The vampire also kills Harker and begins preparation to turn his followers into daywalkers. A rival vampire clan arrives and battle ensues. During this fight, King overcomes Frost's control and sacrifices himself to kill Frost's vampires. Oh my god, this is just all over the fucking place. If this is part of one of the scripts they did, it's all over the place. It's no consistency. It's
It
all over the
really
place, but
is.
it really is. And Hunty also said these scripts are either written by AI or the writers themselves are AI. Exactly. When you're reading this, it is like reading a fucking AI written script. And I have one theory with a lot of writers these days. They use AI even if they fight against it and they claim that, oh, it's gonna ruin the workspace, yada yada. My theory that some of them are using it. Some of them are using it. It is my theory.
Well,
That
these people are NPCs using AI. I mean, it can't be more robotic than that. I mean,
exactly. So, yes, Frost is able to defeat Blade, but is saved when Alex stabs him. Of course, Alex, strong female, strong young female. Woo! So amazing storytelling. Blade then kills him by exposing him to the sunlight. The script ends with Van Helsing taking over Harker's operation and Blade taking Alex under his wing to train her as the next Blade. It then flashes forward to an older Blade and Alex hunting vampires. What a beautiful AI story. What a beautiful AI story, right? So in March of 2023, Snyder shared on the Hot Mic podcast that Kit Harington's Black Knight, yes, because to the people that have not seen the Eternals, Harrington, who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, is in the movie, and he is playing Black Knight before he becomes Black Knight. So we do have an after credit scene where you hear Ollie's blade in the background. You hear his voice, and Kit, Black Knight, he takes his sword out. He gets like his sword and all that. So Yeah, there was planned or rumors that he was gonna be in the Blade movie, also because of that.
Hmm.
Um, expected to be Black Knight was expected to be in the film, but then been cut, and the film was recasting a few parts, including maybe the daughter. Was there like a 14-year-old girl? They might recast that. Yeah, I really wonder if they're gonna go with the young girl. I really wonder what age they're gonna use, because it's a young girl. How young is she gonna be, and how powerful is she gonna be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, is she going to be like Buffy in a way? I mean, or is she going to be younger? If-
Yeah, right.
It will make more sense if she is old enough to be able to fight. So if she likes a 14-year-old, really? I mean, even with her genes from her father, no, 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 no. Wouldn't make sense in my
um,
head.
I know sometimes I get a little all over the place since I have trouble with words and phrasing when I write my fanfics, but man, it isn't this bad. No, I get you, Hunty. I write, I'm a writer too. I write a lot of stories and stuff like that, and sometimes stuff will be a little bit all over the place, but it's not as bad as this because this is no constant. It's no the continuity doesn't work. It feels like an AI, and this is like no How do I what do I fuck do I call it again? It's no consistency in anything they're writing there. It's way all over the place in a really bad way. But sometimes when you do write, stuff will be a little bit all over the place sometimes, but not as bad as these people. Um, I bet you will be 14/5 to 17. It might be something around that.
Well,
Might
if she will be turned 17, okay, I can accept that in a way because it will make more sense for a 17-year-old to be in that type of environment than a 14-year-old. But who knows with these people?
Yeah, that's the thing. Um, Variety reports that Kevin Feige has tapped into Michael Green to seemingly rework the entire script, with Siegel noting Feige went back to the drawing board and hired Michael Green. So Michael Green is the new one. So yeah, that's what we have with this one. So again, this movie is has problems. Uh, this is like the Flash all over again. The Flash had so many people on it that came and left. At some point, even Ezra Miller wanted to fucking create the movie. I wonder how that's what would have been if he created a fucking movie.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, the
um,
more people they're going to include in order to make this movie, the more of a mess they're going to create. It's
a more
basically the
mess is
same.
gonna be.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The thing we say in Norwegian: "Jo mer kokker, jo mer søl."
Hmm.
That's it.
Exactly, and
Sorry for the English speaking people. I had to drop something Norwegian in there.
And Hunter said, "I thought these writers also had editors to make stuff make sense. You should think that, but a lot of the things with the editors, they don't know what the fuck they're doing either with a lot of these movies, these comics, and stuff like that. That's why they're all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
Um,
and the stuff you just read and I was listening, it was so hard to keep up with it because
it's
it's
all over the
such
place. No
it's
consistency.
such a mess. It's like a gumbo that you can't make sense of, or a soup, I guess. I mean, it's such a
Yep,
slob.
it really is, and they have an obsession with young girls too. So, yep, I, I get what you're meaning, Hunty. There is a big obsession right there, and that's been for a while now. Unfortunately, no, I think this movie is gonna flop. Um, the movie will probably be on the ground. They will probably get to do it at some point. If they're not gonna scrap the whole thing, I don't think they will. But I think the movie's gonna flop, and all the rumors that we've been hearing for years now about this movie has been really similar, with the daughter thing and Blade not being really sidelined in his own movie. Because that is what we see with a lot of legacy characters and a lot of heroes that we have liked. They get sidelined in their own movies, their own games. Hey, let's take Spider-Man 2 for example. Peter gets sidelined a lot, you know what I mean? And even comics, they sideline a lot of the good classic characters that we do like and care for. And this is a trend that is going on, and I have a feeling that's what they're gonna do with this movie. I'm really afraid that is really what they're gonna do. Blade is not gonna be the main character in his own movie, um, and
Well,
that is unfortunate because we need a good Blade movie. That Blade is the main character, no help. You know, he doesn't need a Van Helsing or King or a daughter. You know, he's an independent, good character. He doesn't need all
yeah,
the help all the time,
but
stuff like that.
but it wouldn't shock me if he's going to be ruined, tarnished, being turned into like whatever other franchises, IPs, characters, whatever,
Yeah,
just been turned into a mess. So I'm sorry for sounding extremely pessimistic right now, but I have this when it comes to all these type of stuff, I have this belief: if I expect the worst, I won't be disappointed.
exactly,
So
Humphrey. That's the best duo. They could still use that in the fucking movie instead. They can use Blade and Whistler as the duo still. That's what they should have
mm,
done. That is what they should do. Use those characters. He doesn't need help from other people. Those two together are a good fucking team. And then we have an R rating and they actually focus on a fucking good story. And we don't need a misunderstood villain or a misunderstood character or all that kind of stuff. And you know, when we do think about it, when we're talking about characters, you know what I mean?
mm,
Black women or black characters are not, they're not allowed to be villains. They always have to be misunderstood villains. But if you are a white villain, you don't need to be misunderstood. That is something I have been, when I've been watching stuff lately, I've been really seeing that fucking trend in the fucking series and movies that white men doesn't need to be misunderstood. But a lot of the diverse characters who are villains needs to be misunderstood.
I guess white men can't become the misunderstood uh, trope
Exactly.
villain, but white women have that ability because if you look at movies like, I hate this movie, I really do. The live action
Uh,
Maleficent
No,
was
yeah.
the mistress of all evil,
Exactly.
and then Angelina Jolie played her in the
Yep.
live action movie, and she was a misunderstood character in a way. No,
Yeah.
you had the most badass Disney villain who happens to be female, and you just made her into this.
They didn't
It's a
make a
sad
sequel
sub
to that.
story.
They didn't make a sequel
Yes,
to it, right?
yes, they did.
Yes.
I didn't want to watch it because sorry,
Yeah.
you made a mess already. I don't want to see what the
Yeah.
crap from that mess is going to look like. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So, but that's the thing. The they want to make villains into good guys, and I can understand that in some situations that will be perfectly fine. But sometimes that villains just be villains. They're bad
Yep.
guys for a reason.
Yep.
Very
I
often.
exactly. I grew up learning that vampire lords don't give a poo about what humans call themselves. Humans are below the food chain and will remain under them. Yes. And when you do also
Yeah,
when we talk about it,
humans are
yeah.
cattle for vampires.
Yep. And we and a lot of humans, some humans will be familiars to them, you know, the vampire lords, you know,
Yeah,
Dracula and other, because you know they need slaves that works for them in the daylight and everything and helps them
the
to get
lucky
food.
ones, that is.
Yep. And again, if you like look at Blade 1, you have Frost, hardcore villain, not misunderstood at all. You have the second movie of Blade. Yeah, that villain was a little bit more misunderstood, but that was a part of his character and it worked because he was like forced to be a misunderstood character. And
Mm.
then we have the third Blade movie, not the most popular movie, but I still love it. I still love that movie. But what they did with that, you have Dracula, one of the Draculas, and he is not misunderstood. He is a pure fucking villain. Um, and he will eat you. He will kill you. Blah 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 blah. You know, he will just. do what he wants to do. He is not afraid. And then we can take other underworld movies. A lot of the characters there, the vampires, they're evil. A lot of them are evil as fuck. They're not misunderstood at all. A lot of these old movies, we didn't always have misunderstood villains. A lot of them were villains for a fucking reason, and it made sense. It has to make sense. And if you are gonna use misunderstood characters, it really has to be good writing. It really has to make sense for the character. But again, these new modern movies are focusing on misunderstood, and normal white people, white men. Oh, they cannot be misunderstood. They are just evil because they look at us as evil people in real world.
Well, the thing is, the whole misunderstood bad character or evil character, I have no really problem with it, but when it become this trend to make every single evil character from
Yeah,
franchises, existing IPs, stories, and you know anything that we already know from, like I said, Maleficent, Mistress of All Evil. There's no point with she having that title when she's a misunderstood good character. But the thing is, I don't know. I find this whole thing to be a joke perfectly because
exactly.
and they also forget there's also gray areas between from a villain to a misunderstood villain, and like the good characters you also have the anti-hero, for example, who is
Yep.
not clearly a good person in a way, but still he is good enough
Yep.
to understand the difference between being evil and doing something bad sometimes. And
Yep.
but
And that is
it's
true. And Hunter is on a point here. It's just that the misunderstood angle is being used way too much. It is
exactly.
overused and getting old. And that is the facts. It is the same thing when you have the multiverses and different universes and no, the multiverse, the time traveling. It's being overused again and again and again. And we see this in every MCU movie, every little single MCU movie. We have misunderstood characters who are villains. We have time travel. We have different universes. That's all they're doing every little single time. We don't have anything that is just a pure movie, a pure story. We know nothing with these kind of stuff. We don't have that in anything almost anymore. DC is using all of this a lot. They're using this in Marvel, they're using this in Star Wars, and so many other various Hollywood productions. They're using the same plot line in 90% of their fucking shit, even in comics, you know?
Hmm.
It's getting old, it's getting overused.
And
And
and the thing is, I've seen it's not really mainstream video games from the games that I play, but I also seen characters who have like the misunderstood trope, but they come off as still fucking evil because it's the way how their ambitions, their goals, and they're trying to make it seem like they're trying to do whatever mission they have, the quest they have for a good reason. It's from the good of their heart, but still, it's come off as still freaking evil because they're going to sacrifice a lot of people. That's still not
yep.
misunderstood in my head, even though people try to paint them as misunderstood.
Mm,
And again, it's like Hunter said, that trope has been so overused, and there's other ways to make a bad character being more sympathetic in a way, or empathetic,
mm,
even if you're going to go in that direction. And there's other ways to do it without, making them the, oh, poor me, poor you, I guess.
yeah. It's like a lot of people we don't want to relate, to the fucking villain.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like it's like I love the Joker movie. I think it's a fantastic fucking movie. But the problem is the fucking fan base because they're like, "Oh, Joker is so misunderstood. Oh, I can relate to this. Oh my god." I'm like, "What the fuck are you on about?" Joker
Well,
is a fucking psychotic fucking character who would kill anybody in his fucking way and fucking torture people.
exactly. And in that movie, he comes off very unfortunate. Like he
Yeah.
struggled with a lot, and I can have sympathy for that. But still, that doesn't justify you killing a lot of people. It doesn't
Mhm.
justify you being a criminal. I'm sorry, but
Exactly.
it doesn't matter how bad your life has been.
It
If
is
you're
the
going
same thing.
to if you're going to ruin other people's life like that,
Mm,
I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how bad your life has been. You're not going to get any
exactly.
sympathy from me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly. And the same thing too is that you have a lot of these shippers out there who ships, Harley Quinn and Joker's relationship, and I'm just like, you know that she's really unfucking happy, and he's basically torturing her, and he's really evil to her. It's a really heavily abusive relationship. Like, you don't want that fucking shit. Like, Joker would have killed her easy if he wants to. He will do that in a heartbeat, you know?
Yeah, it's
So,
domestic abuse in a relationship plus 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 plus.
yes.
I mean,
But a
it's
lot of
at the
people
very
are
extreme.
simping for that. So it's like, oh, we want that. I've seen a lot of people out there on TikTok, YouTube, and other places just like, oh, their relationship is so beautiful. This is so great. I want that myself. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, bro, what the fuck, So you want a partner who will basically, who's not afraid of killing you,
Yeah, you
who
might
will
snap your
abuse you,
neck
and
when you're
yes,
sleeping because
yes,
for the
exactly.
heck of it. That's how crazy
For
it
fuck's
is.
sake, you want a boyfriend or something that a boyfriend who suddenly, or a girlfriend who suddenly just throws acid at you for no fucking reason?
You don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's chronically psychotic.
No, exactly. But there are crazy people out there who just like, yeah. And a lot of it is so fun. A lot of these people are the same people that are, the seals of Disney Star Wars and agrees with everything Disney Marvel is doing and DC yada yada. It is just so funny that a lot of these people that wants a relationship like Joker and Harley are the same people a lot of times that are
Mm.
defending what Disney is doing and stuff, and who defends LGBTQ at the same time. It just says a
Hmm.
lot about them, how fucked
It
up they
really
are.
do. It really do.
Yep. I laughed so hard when in the Batman animated series. So it's a good one. The animated series was a good fucking series. And that was also the first time they brought in Harley Quinn in the animated series. That was the first time she ever appeared before comics and everything. Was really good, really great. But she continues with they introduced the creeper and him trying to woo Harley. Yes, yeah. I remember that. It's a really good series. Have you seen it, Chris? Have you ever gotten into the animated series of Batman, the old one, the original?
I have seen episodes here and there back in
Mm.
my childhood, but I never seen the whole thing. But if I remember correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Harley Quinn wasn't she like a doctor or a psychologist
Yeah,
or
she's a
something like that?
psychiatrist. Yeah, and that
Psychiatrist, and
a
but then
therapist,
she
a
was
therapist.
twisted and turned because of course Joker, but she was
Yeah,
working at was it
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham? Thank you, Asylum.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff like that, and she got fucked up in the head, and a lot of that is because of him, because falling in love and other shit. A lot of that was because of that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Hunty Freakazoid. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's
Um,
it,
but I
Freakazoid,
will.
if
I
that's a
just want.
character I remember from the 90s, oh no, no.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
but
like him, but
I
mm,
still also want to say this because Hunty did bring up of course Batman the animated series, and unfortunately Richard Mall died a couple of days ago. He was the voice of
oh,
Two Face and stuff like that in the series. A really great voice actor. He a really great guy. I want to come to a lot of this stuff. He unfortunately passed away, so I just want to say a rest in peace to him. It's really sad to see him passing away. There's so many people that have passed away right now. Matthew Perry passed away from Friends.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I saw that. Oh, oof, oh no.
Yeah. So rest in peace to a lot of these people. It's like I've said before, there's been many times when the year is starting to go over. There is unfortunately a trend that a lot of people unfortunately are passing away at the end of the years and the start of the years. It is really sad to see.
Yeah, but some
Yes, Hunty,
people
there
are.
is. It's true, Hunty. Many actors have passed away
Mm.
this year.
Yeah, but like Matthew Perry, he was in his 50s. That's not an age we are expecting people to, you know, dying. But
Yeah.
then again, he had his struggles, so from what I understand, so I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
But still,
And
it makes
he had a
it made.
his
Mm,
life was, really messed up, with all the drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So a lot
and
of
that's
things
mm,
could have affected him when he did drown. The
yeah, and
cardiac
it's
arrest.
really
So
sad because
mm,
I know how cringe Friends was, but I still actually like that show in a way because I remember watching it when I was younger. And
yeah, I've
although I
actually
didn't
started
understand all of
rewatching it
it,
again.
especially when it was in English, but it's still, I actually
Yeah.
liked it. I have the whole
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, I started rewatching it again recently, and no, I'm not the biggest fan of the laughter tracks. When they laugh
Mm,
and stuff in the background. I kind of fucking hate that in shows. But it was still a pretty decent show. It has some good old humor here and there, and the
it
actors worked
lasted
well
10
together.
seasons, so it had
Yeah.
to have some entertainment value for people in a way.
Yes, exactly. No, so I've been starting rewatching that again, and it's just like, oh God, man, it's so weird to think about that so many
Mm.
great actors have passed away this year, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that is life, Life, we will be born, we get born and we die. That is unfortunately just how life is. But well, rest in peace to all the lost souls out there. Um, Rest in peace to all of them. But we are over the 2 hour mark. So we're gonna start
Mm.
wrapping stuff up. But before that, I want to read Hunty's last comment here. I only watched Friends because of Perry's character, and when I learned that he voiced Benny in Fallout New Vegas. Yes, he did. That's right.
He did.
God damn. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I remember that now. Yeah, he did. That's so many years since I played out Fallout New Vegas, man. So long since I played it.
But yeah, his character in Friends, Chandler Bing, he was awesome. He was one of the better
Yeah,
ones. I
he was
liked
my
him
favorite.
and I liked him and Phoebe Buffay.
Yeah, really great. I bought the game day one. Nice. For me, it took a couple of years before I bought the game. I was never really a big Fallout guy. But after I got, it was Fallout 4, I think I got first, and that's what brought me a little bit into the Fallout world. I didn't Fallout 4 wasn't the best game, but it was still fun for me. I know a lot of people have their is different opinions on it, but I enjoyed it. But a lot of my friends at that time said you should really try out Fallout New Vegas because it was one of the best ones out there. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go buy it, and then I bought it, and I really enjoyed New Vegas. After all the Fallout games I've tried, that is still my favorite. Um, but yeah, I totally forgot that he voiced Benny. But yeah, I remember
He
that's pretty
did.
cool.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty cool. But we are gonna start wrapping stuff up, so we are gonna go around a little table we have. So,
What
prismatics,
table?
please. Small table. But prismatics, please promote yourself.
Well, the name is Prismatics. You can find me on Twitter under Prismafix because that's the handle. I guess that's what it's called, but still, I'm known as Prismatics. And you can find me on 540 Studios, like now with Jason, all the other co-hosts, like Fenrir, for example, who was on earlier. And I have a streaming channel that I don't really use because I'm too lazy. And I'm too tired when I'm returning home from work. I know it's a stupid excuse. I should be better on streaming games and stuff like that. But you can find me on Twitch, and I'm at one point want to try to see how Kick is, and I also might try to
Yep.
stream on YouTube when I feel like it.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
that's me.
Yep. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I will check it out, Hunty. You gave me some um, good information about games I haven't checked out yet. Samurai Warriors. Yep. I also
Yep.
used to try Hyrule Warriors
Yep.
when I get the
No,
Switch. But yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
And Low Spec said New Vegas rocks. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. God
Yep.
damn, now I want to replay the game. But other than that, I want to thank the audience here today. Thank you for being here. It's always an honor to have you guys in the chat. And I know this was not a planned stream, but as I've said before, five casts will happen whenever. We don't have special days for it. Normally, it's on Fridays or maybe Sundays or Saturdays. But I decided today, I want to do a stream because last night we had problems and technical issues. And I still want to do some streaming. I want to get some content out for you guys and, interact with you guys and talk about some stuff and have some fun with my co-hosts here. Um, but like I always say, life's too short. Make the most of it. And we in 540 Studio, we love you. We appreciate you. And we would not been here today if it wasn't for all of you guys out there. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And I think it's on Sunday, I will be on Pacific for 414, aka Mike. They're gonna do an interview of me on the channel. We're gonna talk about the company, about the people that works in the company, and a lot of other various stuff. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be really fun to be there. And you can also find me sometimes on Pop Culture Minefield, and sometimes T-shirt Historian, and of course Sir Talks a Lot's channel. You can find me on those places sometimes too. But other than that, we will talk to you soon. And like I always say before we end the show, and remember,
shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried.